Michael, the Archangel, urges you to open this immediately. Tonight, an unexpected occurrence will occur in your home. You may think that this is just another night like any other, but listen carefully, since heaven is not now at rest. A murmur is calling for you, and the wind will not stop until you hear it. I'm Archangel Michael, and I've been sent to protect you from an imminent threat. This is not a figure of speech. Poetry is missing from this location. This is an interdimensional supplication. Something surprising is planned for tonight in your divine timetable. If you do not allow your heart to expand, you may not remember why the air was thick at midnight or why you felt an electric pulse. You were selected to hear this. This is how it was delivered to you. Many people scroll past miracles without realizing they were about to see one. However, you forgot to navigate. You ceased. And that adored one indicates that heaven has also stopped for you. This is not a statement I make lightly. I implore you to pay heed. Avoid turning your gaze. Please do not hesitate to evaluate this message. It possesses the ability to transform everything. I must reveal the nature of the spiritual ambiance in your home before the time restriction runs out once more. Please take a moment to gather your breath before I continue to describe the complete story. Examine the surroundings. Now disregard it, since heaven has arrived in your home. Angels are currently present around your limits, resembling a shield of unseen fire. This message was delivered to you before midnight, as someone will be present at that time. No, it's not an actual person. It was a discovery, a rush of energy, and a long-held secret. And if you're not ready, it could be too much for your spirit. If you are prepared, it will benefit your mentality in ways you have never experienced. When your pulse is racing, fear is not present. You recollect the impression of divine might in that part of your mind. Regardless of whether you forget, your essence never forgets. I am currently shouting to get your attention because God predicted the tremendous tempest that is coming to you. A spiritual tempest that enters your space and manifests as a quarrel, betrayal, secret, or a lot of confusion. However, the heavens intend to change that tonight. This is your opportunity. Not tomorrow. Not this week. Right now. Subscribing right now will ensure that you receive messages from God and the archangels before it's too late. Maintaining this holy frequency allows you to stay ahead of the information that the adversary is attempting to conceal. Blessings are not subject to payment. You may be wondering, how could something so dreadful happen in my home when everything is so peaceful? This is why the unseen cosmos has so great power. It moves silently. It is discussed. Dreams, mood swings, unexpected phone calls, and an enigmatic energy that cannot be explained. Unless you stop it, that energy will invade your home tonight. You are the portal. It exists totally within your consciousness. You are not just the recipient of this mail. You are the one who launches a miracle and secures your own destiny. An air of confusion surrounds an individual in your home with the purpose of producing misunderstandings between you and someone you hold in high regard. I received a clear word from God. This is why the air is so tense. This is why you've been feeling unusually uncomfortable. This is why you are unable to wake up from your hallucinations. It isn't just tension. It's not only your intellect. The divine is seeking to block the blessing that was meant for you, but I am standing with you to prevent it. You will notice a change at a specified time tonight. Some of you may get a sudden chill in your chest, hear a noise, or feel a breeze. This is not a mere coincidence. That indicates the presence of spiritual vitality in your surroundings. Speak up. In the name of God and Archangel Michael, I proclaim peace, light, and truth in this home. It is critical that you insist that only love be allowed to enter, even if it is upsetting, and that all antagonists be identified and eradicated. Remember the strength of your voice. It is recognized by the heavens. It is afraid of darkness. Despite the fact that you were created with spiritual authority, most people ignore this reality. I'm here to remind everyone that tonight, a secret will be disclosed. It could be a conversation that you overhear. It may be a text message that surprises you. It could take the form of an unexpected visit, an admission, or a decision with far-reaching consequences for you. However, do not be concerned. Refrain from cursing the unexpected. We must accept it, because the goal of this upheaval is not to cause suffering, but to provide. Someone close to you has withheld information. They do not always intend to injure. People may occasionally withhold the truth from you in order to keep you safe, but God declares that you are entitled to all light. You have the right to know the truth, and this person is no longer capable of upholding that standard of duty. Their spirits are overbearing. They are unsure whether or not they should reveal it. The divine verdict is announced tonight. It will be spoken, and you must remain collected, not outraged and sensible, not impetuous, because your response will influence the outcome. This shock is accompanied by divine wonder. It isn't completely hefty. If your heart is open, this message could lead to a miraculous night. Someone who previously did not believe in you will now begin to do so. An individual who has departed may consider returning. In order for this to be effective, you must be spiritually conscious tonight, as you may reclaim something previously lost. You should prepare for the unexpected and accept it with dignity. Tonight, you may feel compelled to cry for no obvious reason. Please do not hesitate to cry. They aren't vulnerable. They send a signal to heaven that your soul is alert, that your spirit is open to divine revelation, and that your house is ready to receive the protection and revelation that were built into your spiritual contract before you were born. Yes, my dear, this is not just a coincidence. This is the procedure by which prophecy is fulfilled. You've already unlocked the door by reading this far. This means that your home is more than just a structure. The thing is a spiritual vessel. The reality is now evident within the walls. My sweetheart, the moment has come for you. Have faith, and you will see God multiply the possessions you relinquish. I want you to capture this moment with your faith, now that you can feel the truth within you. Before we continue, please type Amen in the comments section below. This is not a common term. It is a declaration that you are awake, aware, and ready to receive everything paradise has to offer tonight. The word Amen should move you when you read this message. Stay with me, since the events that are coming will advance the divine plan for you. The divine world is devoid of any accidents. Only divine timings occur. This message is being transmitted to you right now, just in time for the evening's anticipated event. Your name has been murmured in heaven's tribunals, as shown by this. Individuals noticed you. Individuals noticed you. You are currently selected. Your home is lighted by rays of safety, truth, and clarity. Tonight, you may feel compelled to cry for no obvious reason. Please do not hesitate to cry. They aren't vulnerable. They send a signal to heaven that your soul is alert, that your spirit is open to divine revelation, and that your house is ready to receive the protection and revelation that were built into your spiritual contract before you were born. Yes, my dear, this is not just a coincidence. This is the procedure by which prophecy is fulfilled. You've already unlocked the door by reading this far. This means that your home is more than just a structure. The thing is a spiritual vessel. The reality is now evident within the walls. The divine world is devoid of any accidents. Only divine timings occur. This message is being transmitted to you right now, just in time for the evening's anticipated event. Your name has been murmured in heaven's tribunals, as shown by this. Individuals noticed you. Individuals noticed you. You are currently selected. Your home is lighted by rays of safety, truth, and clarity. I need to alert you of a severe situation. The person who has been praying for you on the other side is present tonight. A loved one died, but their spirit could never rest because they believed in your story. They have witnessed you suffering in silence. They have seen you mourn in private. Furthermore, they are present in your spirit tonight, giving you the courage to face the upcoming trials with confidence rather than fear. This is the message they want to communicate. Avoid focusing on the past when the future beckons you to go on. They were ignorant of your incredible strength. You have presented yourself as competent in managing the strain in your life, but in fact, you are incapable. However, God can see the fractures in paradise. Heaven witnesses the act of seeming to smile while one's spirit is in turmoil. You no longer need to keep the fortitude that you so wonderfully exhibit. This evening, in the divine presence, you can experience genuine serenity, protection, and release. If one acknowledges and declares it out, everything has the capacity to change before dawn. One element of your life may seem to be spiraling out of control. Money, relationships, and mental clarity are all important. However, that is exactly why this moment was created. The objective of this trembling is not to damage you. It is designed to stimulate you. It had been circulating in your spiritual field for days or weeks before it arrived at your home tonight. A fabrication, an admission, or a shift in an individual's emotional condition. It is impossible to describe one's emotions. It is not on your mind. Spiritual struggle exists. Something long concealed is about to be disclosed. Someone's actions encouraged you to investigate, but you were never able to collect all of the necessary evidence. Tonight, that person may begin to remove their disguise. Maintain your composure if this happens. Do not become enraged. Simply observe the surroundings. God is allowing you to see what has been disguised. This is not meant to upset you. Rather, it is meant to prepare you. As a result, you may make an informed decision based on facts rather than speculative ideas. Things that the divine does not reveal are designed to inflict pain. It allows them to improve. And you, my dear soul, are deserving of enduring health. A seemingly insignificant action you make tonight will have huge consequences. It could be a conversation you allow to take place, a message you send, or a prayer you offer. Things with the potential to impact your life will either open or close with that one action. Examine your inner impulses. They have no hope tonight. They are angel-activated. Pay special attention to your body. Pay particular attention to the sudden development of chills and the want to move. These are not random events. These are evidence that the heavenly spirit is seeking to change the course of peril before it arrives. I must also advise you with affection. Someone has propagated false information about your character. A comment made in the dark with the purpose of changing how someone perceives you. However, God will not allow it to continue. The truth is being revealed. The truth will be exposed to the deceiver. They will not come to you with dignity, but rather with a sorrowful heart. Avoid leading them to feel guilty. It can be used to raise oneself. It was never intended that you hide yourself because someone was unable to control your light. Archangel Michael rarely appears in this fashion unless a divine rescue operation is ongoing. This is exactly what it is. A guarantee for your tranquility. Your identity was kept. A rescue for your anticipated future. Indeed, it is critical, as the opposition has been planning to upset your household tonight. Nonetheless, this message is a spiritual override. That's your firewall. Say this aloud. I am thankful for your protection, God. Archangel Michael, please gather outside each of my doorways this evening. No weapon intended to harm me or my family will function. Something will try to divert your attention tonight. A phone call, a text message, a shift in mood, or a recollection from the past. Avoid falling into it. That interruption is not an accident. It is designed to take your attention away from the spiritual feelings that you require. Avoid moving. Please be cautious. Maintain your grasp. The angels will cause movement in the objects around you. One may detect a presence or see bursts of light. Fear is absent. That provides proof. Express gratitude when it occurs. The divine operation is running smoothly. You are being carefully monitored by someone who admires your resilience. They are not extremely verbal, yet they can perceive you. Their influence will be stronger than ever tonight. They are hesitant to approach you because they are unsure whether you will embrace them. Nonetheless, you may be surprised by how quickly they contact you following the completion of their task tonight. There's no reason to question your ability to find love. Do not think that the most joyful phase of your emotional existence is over. If you are brave enough to keep your heart open after the shock, God promises a new beginning. This isn't historical. It is an ongoing commitment to your future. Approach this situation with a strategy and faith. Giving can help you realize the potential that God has already built for your life. We have crossed a sacred threshold with this communication. Prior to beginning, make a pronouncement audible to the heavens. Please add these words to the remarks section. My tipping point has been reached. Not in the way I anticipate receiving it. No, maybe in the future. However, it is accurate. My life is at a crossroads. When you write that, you're not just expressing comments. You're notifying heaven that they have the potential to change your timeline. You are allowing God to accomplish anything He wants in your home tonight. Compose it now, with genuine focus. Please stay with me because the revelation is about to deepen. This purification must be sealed by your trust at this exact moment of clarity. Type Amen again in the comments section below. The current Amen should be different from the previous one. This one can serve as your announcement that the haze has cleared, the obstruction has been removed, and you are now moving forward with heavenly clarity. Every Amen you compose can be heard by heaven's tribunals. Write it down right away as an acknowledgement of the liberation that has already permeated your spirit. Please continue to attend as the final and most important piece of this message approaches. This nightfall, a bright light shines down from the celestial realms and illuminates your chamber. If you express thankfulness before retiring for the evening, the glow will wrap around your spirit like a warm blanket. It is possible to awaken at unexpected hours, regardless of your exhaustion level. That isn't insomnia. It's referred to as visiting. This is a revelation. Keep a note in a convenient spot. Someone may give you a name, a sign, a date, or a little piece of advice that may help you make your next big breakthrough. Please don't overlook it. Also, if you feel motivated, clean up your area in the evening. Activate an appliance. While praying, wash your palms. Bring tranquility to every part of the space. This is not just a conviction. This is the process of preparation. The dwelling must have the same energy as the message. It is the very essence of miracles and truth. The shock could be conveyed in a subtle way. It may appear like an individual is relocating. It could appear to be an unreserved admission that creates distress. It may appear to be an unexpected dream. However, your autonomy is hidden beneath it. The next blessing is located behind it. Your life was never meant to be lived in disarray. Clarity is why you were formed. And heaven has decreed that tonight is the night in which you will rectify the situation. Certainly, I shall proceed at this time. Please be attentive, as my spirit has been compelled by heavenly urgency to pay special attention to every word yet to be stated. Your house continues to receive signals from the celestial realm. The air is reverberating with the sound of celestial wings, and God's breath permeates every pore of your being. There is more information that needs to be delivered and that your heart requires before the evening ends. I must be completely clear with you about a matter. In spirit, there is someone who holds envy for you. It is not always clear from their words, but it is always present when they remain silent. This is clear from the way they openly praise others more than you. You've noticed tiny changes in their manner and the melancholy in their eyes as you attain success. However, you chose not to share your opinion out of fear of provoking controversy. Nevertheless, heaven advises you to stop acting as if you are unaware. Not because you have to maintain hate toward them, but because you need to protect your spirit from low frequencies that obstruct your ascension. Finally, the providential twist. It is unnecessary to be unpleasant to this person and cut off communication. The only necessity is to adjust one's feelings. It will strike them, and those who were supposed to support you will undergo a shift. Individuals who are not permitted to be present will leave discreetly. Regardless of the circumstances, your tranquility will improve. Tonight is a sacred night. It is not about punishment. Seen is the goal. The vision that God has once again given you. You became slightly insane. You seem to have forgotten who you were becoming. However, the mirror is now back in your line of sight in paradise. You'll recall. You will rise. First, the shroud must be torn. I have another statement to make, and it is quite sensitive. A missing connection in your existence. A person's smile conceals a strategy. An individual with a volatile temperament and inconsistent support. People have talked about you even though you are not present. The truth will emerge in the near future. Refrain from asking them to stay. Don't be discouraged by the things heaven is removing. You are no longer proud of your successes. It is only the result of your maturation. Maintain your superiority for the sake of the comfort of people who were never meant to walk alongside you. Something even more critical has attempted to contact you. A boon. However, impediments have obstructed your spiritual surroundings, making it impossible to heed. Something emotional would always strike you just when you were on the verge of gaining clarity. It wasn't simply a case of bad luck. Spiritual interference was apparent. While you read this, Archangel Michael is cleansing the environment. The obstruction is improving. Your thorax is losing weight. Sitting quietly for even 3 minutes tonight will lift your attitude. You will feel relaxed, light, and liberated. Any immobilized object will then be relocated. A person from whom you have not heard for an extended period of time may contact you by phone or text. This is not a coincidence. They resemble divine reflections. Respect their directives. The visions you have tonight may be very explicit. Please keep them in mind. One of them will contain a color, number, or symbol that appears multiple times. That's your indication. That is of paramount importance. The dream may even have a voice. It might be the voice of a deceased loved one, or an angel communicating with you in a way that you understand. Don't ignore your emotions. Heaven uses your emotions to create a melody, and your soul is tuned like a musical instrument. Allow it to pass through you. Furthermore, you may feel compelled to cry again tonight, not because you are unhappy, but to let go of the past. Allow it to happen. Heaven removes items that are no longer fit for your energy field. You are prepared for a time of permanent tranquility, a greater financial benefit, and a new relationship. Survival mode has concluded. There will be no more alerts for spiritual emergencies. Tonight is not about fear, but about creating alignment. Now is the time to be cautious. Someone is constantly thinking about you. You may still be ignorant of how much of an impact you have on others. They have tried to overlook your existence. Instead of using your energy, they sought to do so. However, they are imbued with your spirit. In due order, that person will contact you. Not because they are lonely, but because they understand that no one else can elicit the same feeling in them as you. When they do, ask God to guide you in deciding the proper answer. Individuals may return not with the goal of remaining, but to definitively close a chapter. Your thoughts have been distracted with a divine sign that reveals whether or not you are on the right track. This concludes the matter. Heaven gave these words and messages to you just when your soul was most receptive. While you read, angels are changing the air around you. It is conceivable that you are not yet aware of it. There is a real sensation of a delicate touch on your skin, a chilly atmosphere in the room, and a mild electric sensation in your chest. That isn't stress. Yes, it is the definition of presence. Strength is embodied in that. Some blessings will be overlooked by others, but directed to your name. Some of your appearances had to be rescheduled due to your lack of preparation. However, you are now. You've matured. You've been through a lot of adversity. You have had your fill of weeping. God informs them, I now entrust you with the matter that I previously withheld. The object could be anything, such as love, purpose, or resources. It is sacrosanct. Additionally, it is on its way to you. The fact that your body tells you to clean a room, remove old clothes, or rearrange furniture does not force you to do so. That is not a sign of unrest. It is there that you will discover spiritual readiness. That is your essence, prepared for an unforeseen miracle. Do not question how it happens so quickly. Express thankfulness. This message must be delivered to the recipient promptly. A person waiting for a breakthrough is someone who is struggling in the dark, has lost hope, or is expecting a message like this. When you share this video, you are doing more than just spreading it to others. You have an anointing. Accepting the position of a vessel allows you to help another soul transit through heaven. Click the share button at this point. Please forward this to the first person that comes to mind. As you give it up for them, you give up more of yourself. Rewarding others will help you achieve your personal breakthrough. There are blessings that have yet to reach others, but they will eventually reach you. Some of your appearances had to be rescheduled due to your lack of preparation. However, you are now. You've matured. You've been through a lot of adversity. You have had your fill of weeping. God then informs them, "I now trust you with the thing I previously withheld." Love might be the object in question. There may be an explanation. It's possible that the resource is the problem. Whatever it is sacrosanct. It is also on its way to your home right now. The fact that your body tells you to clean a room, remove old clothes, or rearrange furniture does not force you to do so. That is not a sign of unrest. It is there that you will discover spiritual readiness. That is your essence, prepared for an unforeseen miracle. Do not question how it happens so quickly. Express thankfulness. In addition, you will receive a message tomorrow. A written and spoken statement. An individual is about to make a statement that they never anticipated themselves making. Furthermore, it will incorporate a variety of components. You will no longer blame yourself. You will say, "I now understand why that happened." You will no longer be confused. As a result of your newfound insight, you will feel as if paradise has opened a window only for you. Additionally, I recommend that you keep this in mind before continuing reading. The most remarkable events occur in the shadows. There were no fireworks or loud alarms. The only sounds were that of a small door creaking open, a subtle shift, and a whisper that something had changed. That's the indication. Keep an eye out for it. Certainly, I shall proceed at this time. Take a deep breath. The subsequent events will help to awaken your psyche. The gentle heat and pressure behind your eyes and chest are more than just sensations. They signify alignment. Your spirit is witnessing an event beyond human knowledge. This is why your body is responding. This is why you're continuing to read. You can feel in your heart that this is not enjoyable. Intervention is used in this case. Tonight, you might suddenly recall something. Do not be alarmed by what appears to be the reopening of an old wound. When that memory resurfaces, it is not meant to cause you extra harm, but rather to set you free. You were never the antagonist in your story. You may have been led to believe that you were, but you were still learning, surviving, and hanging on to life. This is the point at which you no longer have to apologize for the profound feelings, strong sensations, and divine way you navigate the universe. Tonight, you are more intimately related to an ancestor, grandparent, parent, or elderly person who held you in great regard than you may realize. They have been with you in spirit since you were a child. Additionally, you will see clues that imply something tonight. It's likely that you'll see the same number repeatedly, such as 111, 44, or 77. You can be reminded of them by the smell of something or the sound of their favorite song. There is real signage on this site. Their message is plainly understood. You are never alone, not even for a moment. Those who oppose you cannot see or understand the protection that surrounds you. Some people don't understand how you can get back up after being struck down. This is due to the spiritual strength that God has given you. You aren't vulnerable. So, you are not destined for bad fortune. You were consecrated by an individual. This is why life has been so difficult for you. This explains why the spiritual onslaught has been so exact. However, what are you wondering? You are still present, reading, and rising. That's the appearance of authority. I must express myself in a more intimate way. Currently, there is someone who has formed a plot to hurt you. It happened, whether it was out of jealousy, idle chat, or a clandestine strategy to keep others from acquiring a positive view of you. However, the strategy was not successful. It wasn't owing to your observation. It was stopped by the sky. It is not necessary to use your hands to resist. It has already been combated by God's Spirit. Within the next few days, you will either hear or feel the breakdown of that person's plan. Do not be happy if they falter. God, I see your hand. Say it quietly. Then exit gracefully. This concludes your triumph for the evening. If you're feeling tired, disconnected, or unsure about why you're reading this, remember that your spirit directed you here. I was not just intrigued. This was a magnificent arrangement. Archangel Michael is now standing at the door of your home, carrying a sword of pure truth and eliminating all confusion. The decibel level in the area has fallen as a result of his decision to lower it. The fog in your consciousness and chest discomfort are currently being eliminated. You used to feel invisible because of the behaviors of someone who prioritized other people before you and used your energy as if it were a choice. They don't just feel sad when they think of you tonight. They feel an unexplained discomfort. It's too late for them to see your worth. However, this does not indicate that harmony is impossible. It simply means that you should be astute at this time. We no longer need to discuss your worth. You are too old to participate in such activities. The next step must be consistent with your new disposition. Indeed, money is visible to God. You've experienced budgetary limits that were difficult to anticipate and frustrating. Your curse, however, does not cause any difficulties. This is because a bigger event has been postponed in expectation of a more significant turn. God delayed it so that you wouldn't waste your wealth on unworthy people or entities. However, the gates are beginning to open as you age and shed some of your old limitations. Plan for a divine transfer in the near future. Yes, a chance, or a check in a circumstance when there had previously only been a no. Before retiring for the evening, make sure your mirror is well cleaned. Inhale deeply and give yourself a blessing. I feel a sense of clarity. I got over my nervousness. It ensures my safety. I've been selected. It is more likely that your words will be heard than you realize. The next morning you will feel lighter, more confident, and have a better understanding of what is genuine and what needs to be shed. Also, there is someone who has been seeming to support you while attempting to defeat you. The divine is bringing them to you not to create a spectacle, but to allow you to finally walk in your own authority without pretending to be unconcerned about being underestimated. You are no longer obligated to diminish your size in order to ease the suffering of others. Your status will reflect their level of insecurity. This is not your responsibility. You're being called. You may receive an invitation in the near future. It could be small or unexpected. Accept it if your spirit is at peace. In the other direction, there is a divine appointment. A person who shares a fraction of your mission will approach you. If you are full of self-doubt, you will miss that moment. Heaven is currently arranging every event with perfect precision. Be confident in the rhythm. I'm currently noticing a rise in energy levels in your presence. It is gaining strength. This suggests that the angel's presence is becoming more consistent. The adjustment is now progress. You are not making this up as you read it. Your room is undergoing renovation. Your consciousness urges you to remain since your dwelling is receiving a sacred thing which you did not scroll past. Also, there is someone who has been seeming to support you while attempting to defeat you. The divine is ordering them not to create a scene, but rather to allow you to eventually walk in your own authority without pretending to be unconcerned about being misjudged. You are no longer obligated to diminish your size in order to ease the suffering of others. Your status will reflect their level of insecurity. This is not your responsibility. You're being called. You may receive an invitation in the near future. It could be small or unexpected. Accept it if your spirit is at peace. In the other direction, there is a divine appointment. A person who shares a fraction of your mission will approach you. If you are full of self-doubt, you will miss that moment. Heaven is currently arranging every event with perfect precision. Be confident in the rhythm. I'm currently noticing a rise in energy levels in your presence. It is gaining strength. This suggests that the angel's presence is becoming more consistent. This suggests that the transition is now ongoing. This isn't a fake. Your room is undergoing renovation. A sacred object is on its way to your home. This is simply because you failed to scroll down. Everything was because your consciousness told you to stay. Yes, my dear, I will persevere because the future is precious, and heaven is still pouring it forth for you. It's not only the words you read. You're absorbing divine frequencies. Prophecy provides spiritual nutrition, and each word said influences your fate. This isn't a tale. It's communicating with your spirit. You are now experiencing memories in your bones. Not from this world, but from another. It was always designed for you to rediscover your identity during times like this. Prior to going, you must understand a vital issue. Your chronology will be modified tonight. Something that could dramatically change your life in the next 5 years. The energy of antagonism, confusion, and waste that was formerly on your doorstep has now departed. However, the ensuing occurrences are determined by your spiritual response tonight. If you do talk, I will choose harmony. I strive for clarity. Heaven will ensure my perfect connection as long as I choose it. However, if you remain mute, you may miss out on certain blessings. It is now time to inject new life into your home. If guided, whisper, "This house belongs to God," as you stand at your threshold. There is no darkness permitted in this location. It is vital that each apparition go. Archangel Michael and his angels will greet you when you say that. They will be in the vicinity of your home while you sleep tonight. Every uncertainty, stress, fear, and treachery spirit that tried to hide in the corners will be ejected. Changes in your physiology may also be seen. An object can descend without a defined cause. The lights may flicker, and a loud noise may be heard. Please avoid becoming afraid. This is the unleashing of spiritual vitality. A load that has been dragging you down is being released. You may also feel goosebumps or minor body shakes as you move through specific chambers. Your spirit is aware of this, but your eyes are unable to detect it at the moment. Stay true to your emotions. Believe that you are safe in ways beyond your knowledge. There's a heavenly reason for your recent incapacity to sleep. What pushes you to get up at 2 or 3 in the morning, and you don't know why your mind is racing? That isn't just an excessive amount of sleep. That is what I would call a spiritual prompting. Your spirit heard the murmuring before your mind understood their importance. Every evening, God has tried to connect with you in a delicate, discreet way. This communication is in response to your spiritual cry, which you were unaware you had issued. Now I will give you an account of what happened. Someone is discussing you in a room you have not yet seen. I'm muttering your name with kindness. Someone wants to hire you for a position, opportunity, or change that you did not apply for. Although it may appear to be fast, it is not. Heaven had been preoccupied in the background. The wait was divine, because the product you are receiving will not be temporary. It will be secure, rooted, and aligned with your aims. It is not uncommon for someone with whom you have not communicated in a long time to suddenly appear. There could be an apology, tears, or a sense of clarity. It may be difficult to decide whether or not to embrace them. So, this is the solution. Observe the sensations your body feels when you hear their name. Your spirit will understand the truth. If the stress of the situation becomes too great, consider going for a relaxing walk. Nonetheless, if an object looks to be serene, tranquil, and divinely choreographed, it should be embraced wholeheartedly. Each return is not a problem. There are several restorations. The presence at your home tonight will continue till the early hours of the morning. If your spirit is aware, resist the want to fall asleep. Maintain stillness. Light a candle. Keep a notebook. Meditate. Or do any other essential activity. As a result of the infusion of something into your spiritual body, you will require a higher level of spiritual fortitude and discernment for the next phase. You are about to face blessings you previously thought were beyond your ability to handle. There is a new person whose heart is drawn to yours in the arena of love. You are not yet acquainted with them, or you may have only lately discovered their existence, yet they are in tune with the frequency of your voice. We are not here to cause you damage or waste your time. We hope to create a sacred entity in conjunction with you. They are preparing to penetrate your mind. This is why previous traumas are returning in order to be treated. To avoid rejecting this new person's affection because of old fears. Yes, they will arrive. It will be defined by honesty, simplicity, and composure. There won't be any pranks or back and forth. Stick to the current. This is a worthwhile task, and you will think, I now understand why I delayed so long. Abo dini apantanati. A financial breakthrough is also linked to your spiritual attitude tonight. God is aware of your heart's intentions, the efforts you have made to be faithful in the face of adversity, the charity you have shown others, and the kindness you have demonstrated, even if the rewards are not immediately visible. It is impossible to hide the truth about that type of heart. A divine transaction is being carried out under your name. Receive an unexpected sum of money, pay off a debt, or create a new source of income. Be cautious throughout the following 7 days. This will happen on its own. It is likely to run smoothly. Angels will not leave your residence at midnight. They will persist until the energy is completely transformed. This suggests that your visions tonight will be strong. Some people may feel as if they are leaning on the edge of their bed or softly stroking their arms while sleeping. There is no need for alarm. It is not dreadful. That does constitute a visitation. A divine creature is approaching, informing you that they are keeping a close eye on you. Express thankfulness when you wake up. Thank someone verbally. You are not aware of the spiritual meaning of your statements. If you haven't already, you should subscribe to this channel right away. When you click the subscribe button, you aren't just following a page. You are dealing with a prophetic stream. It's as if you're telling God to keep communicating with me and aligning my path with your messages. Subscriptions facilitate spiritual alignment. This will ensure that you do not miss the next message that Paradise has for you. As a result, select subscribe right now to confirm your alignment with the divine timing that is being presented into your life. And if someone tries to fight with you tomorrow, just walk away. That is the exam. The enemy's goal is to get you to engage in the same old drama, uncertainty, and defense. But that is no longer the case. It's a new season. A financial breakthrough is also linked to your spiritual attitude tonight. Your spirit is known to God. What you did to demonstrate your dedication to loyalty despite your limited resources. How you helped others during times of financial trouble. How kind you were, despite the fact that it did not produce immediate rewards. It is impossible to hide the truth about that type of heart. A divine transaction is being carried out under your name. You receive an unexpected amount of money. Repay a debt or create a new source of revenue. Be cautious throughout the following 7 days. This will happen on its own. It is likely to run smoothly. Angels will not leave your residence at midnight. They will persist until the energy is completely transformed. This suggests that your visions tonight will be strong. Some people may feel as if they are leaning on the edge of their bed or softly stroking their arms while sleeping. There is no need for alarm. It is not dreadful. That does constitute a visitation. A divine creature is approaching, informing you that they are keeping a close eye on you. Express thankfulness when you wake up. Thank someone verbally. You are not aware of the spiritual meaning of your statements. Additionally, if someone attempts to argue with you tomorrow, simply leave. That is the exam. The enemy's goal is to get you to engage in the same old drama, uncertainty, and defense. But that is no longer the case. It's a new season. You are in a state of silence, peace, and divine protection. Do not be afraid to express your sentiments of tranquility. It is an ongoing commitment that affects your future. I'd like to extend an invitation to you at this time through a simple act of trust. Approach this situation with a feeling of purpose, honesty, and hope. The amount you contribute today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that allows you to open is the act of opening itself. Let go of your seed and witness what blessings God delivers back into your life. It's time to tell the world and the gods about your new season. Please include the following 4 terms in the comments section. I'm currently in a new season. Make a statement, not a wish. Each time you type it, you are notifying a spiritual force that the old cycle is over, that drama no longer defines you, and that serenity is your new basis. Compose it with confidence and allow your declaration to rise before God like incense. Please stay with me for a moment longer as heaven prepares to inscribe what we've discussed into your spirit. Prior to going, I'd like you to complete a short assignment of spiritual importance. Right now, click the like button in this video. What you did there was more than just clicking. It is the arrangement you reached with heaven. By clicking the like button, you solicit heavenly favor in your life. You are signaling to the cosmos that you are ready to receive. Execute the action instantly. Feel the response from heaven when you click like, and I agree. I'll now proceed. Please wait. Something exceptional is about to happen as a result of the words spoken. Occasionally, one does not fully understand a notion until it is experienced in the psyche. This isn't just advice. This file is deemed sacred for the purposes of preparation. And the more you allow these words to permeate your awareness, the more you will realize that tonight was not a joke. It was a heavenly arrangement that changed your entire course. Your spirit is already aware of the knowledge I shall convey. You have not been involved in any conflicts with anyone. It's not been about money, failure, or solitude. A spiritual struggle has attacked your brilliance. The adversary intended to convey the idea that they had forgotten or abandoned you. However, paradise is under decline. Heaven insists that your name is still written in gold. You were never denied entrance. You were urged to wait until it was safe to do so. The assault on your confidence ends tonight. Your safety is now ensured, and you are being launched. Someone in your life thought you were extremely reserved. They assumed you were feeble since you did not reply to their assault. However, they were not aware of it. Nonetheless, your reservedness gave you strength. God was involved in that war. You chose peace over fighting and charity over vengeance. Now the roles have been reversed. It isn't because you yelled, it's because heaven praised your name. Those who were previously suspicious of your abilities will notice a change in your surroundings today, prompting them to reevaluate their position. You do not need to say, "I warned you." Your inner peace will be clear. I'd like to now talk about your residence. The air in your home is undergoing changes. A constant feeling of worry continued. Shadows of anguish that were not your own. A chunk of it was collected from people who came and went. Some were based on recollections that could still be heard within the walls. However, Archangel Michael has sent warrior angels into your realm at this moment. They are moving through your hallways, putting shields in the corners to boost the frequency. Wait till you're in the mood to open a window or light a sweet. That is how your spirit reacts to the purification. Someone you once trusted has broken your spirit. It appeared like they were on your side, but their behavior indicated otherwise. You weren't aware that they were depleting you. It's now visible to you. That's why tonight is so significant. You are awake and safe. You will never allow someone to lower your light in this manner again. Not because you are cold, but because you have grown and gained understanding. It is critical that you are informed. Jetsin, before the end of the week, something will try to refocus your attention. Something or someone from the past that you remember or made a mistake. However, pay great attention to me. There is nothing new to report about the entity located behind you. The future is calling, and it promises great things. Please avoid reinstating items that have been removed. You are currently constructing a sacred object. Don't expect to locate tomorrow's harvest in the same soil as yesterday. The message delivered tonight was more than just a cautionary story. It was also intended to make you aware of your inheritance. Without any doubt, inheritance. You were meant to inherit a specific trait from your bloodline. God withheld a gift, a power, or a purpose for countless generations of silence and suffering. However, you are the one chosen by God to fix the situation. This is why your trip has been more tough. This is the reason you felt heaviness. You were never merely living your life. You were someone who disrupted cycles. It's now your turn to create something fresh. The key you'll use tonight will make the procedure easier for all of your children. Whether they are born, prenatal, spiritual, or adopted. You are the person who stops suffering. The fear comes to an end at this point. The legacy of strength, love, and peace that begins now will spread. Heaven declares that you are ready, regardless of your emotions. Prepare for surrender, not perfection. The moment you got this word, You gave heaven the authority to complete the mission it had begun. Tonight, God communicates to us that I will complete the good work I have begun in you. A placard will be issued in the near future to confirm the money. You may have overheard someone mention a phone number. It's conceivable you have an unexpected amount in your account. It is possible that you will receive an item you did not request. Incorporate it with an attitude of receptivity. The act itself constitutes a reward. It's not too late either. Timekeeping in heaven does not involve the use of timepieces. It evaluates preparedness. You're now prepared. If you want to compose tonight, please do so. Allow your consciousness to speak with heaven, even if only in a single sentence. A single message, such as, "I am present and attentive," is enough to send a message into the spirit world. My youngster is conscious. Deliver the thing that was postponed. You could have been the child who was unpopular, the one no one wanted, or the one who felt obligated to bear more than others. However, heaven claims that this was the distinctive feature of the selected. Currently, your story is functioning as a model for others to follow. You will no longer need to submit an explanation. Your miracles, calmness, and dazzling radiance shall be your testament. Things will start to fit together like jigsaw pieces once you stop trying to solve the puzzle. This is the manifestation of divine timing. It gives out a pleasant odor. If you feel something caressing your shoulder tonight, sense pressure on your bed when no one is present, or hear your name spoken gently as you fall asleep, know that it is not a dream. That's it. Existence. That is the deity in charge of your dwelling, telling you of their existence. There is no need for alarm. Please don't hesitate to express how much I value your advice. I appreciate your cooperation in protecting my safety. This is all they require. Now, beloved soul, take comfort in the fact that paradise has directly addressed your spirit. Things that were meant to harm you have been changed into a source of light. What was previously concealed is now being revealed. It is secure for you. You are being observed. You've got everything in order. Tonight is the night to express your acceptance of the divine path that is being carved out for you, as well as your peace and clarity. Angels are still present and will remain till a blessing is placed to you. As we come to a close, I'd want to extend an invitation to you to join our prophetic family. If you have not yet subscribed, the bell will sound when you click the subscribe button. You're subjecting yourself to an open paradise. By subscribing, you are alerting God that you are ready to receive every prophetic word you have prepared for me. Starting with your subscription, the alignment process begins. It keeps communication with the frequency used to indicate miracles. Execute the action instantly, before this instant ends. If even one truth in this message connected with you, do not let this be the last time Paradise talks with you. Enroll now to continue receiving the heavenly wisdom meant for your name. Things are predicted to improve, and the following message could be the spark for a big turnaround.